That's right. You know what? Let's just go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Super Gamecast, your source for video game and video game industry news. My name is Aaron. I am joined by Bronson and Emily. How are y'all doing today?
Doing good. It's another beautiful Sunday morning.
Is it? I haven't looked outside.
It's pretty nice out here.
Okay.
Also, I missed you guys last week.
Yeah, it's great to have you back.
When we get to the what we've been playing section, I have questions about what you played at PAX.
I actually didn't play much of anything. I did see a bunch of stuff, so
lots of seeing, lots of witnessing.
Yes.
Witness it, whatever it is.
Well, we're happy to have you back. I know the con world is your home base.
I mean, I try to have it be my home base, so.
Yeah. When's your next convention?
I think March with Emerald City.
Oh my lord!
And with PAX East in Boston.
Oh, you've got a gap between cons then. That's a problem.
Okay. I mean, if she wants to fly down to San Francisco, I think Fan Expo is in like 2 months.
There's quite a few. I do not have the time off for that, and I would have gone to Philly instead for Unplugged. So,
there you go.
Things are going to get colder. It's a good time to hibernate, earn some money, save some money for when it gets warm again.
So. Yeah, just.
And I got a birthday to plan. Shit.
That's right. Yeah.
35 soon, so.
All right.
Gotta make it big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Evo. I want the SGK Evo next year. Yeah, let's go.
That's right. We also got to do that.
Gonna work the merch too. So.
Well, fantastic. We got some plans ahead for us. It'll be a lot of fun. But for now, first of all, it's football season. Just a favorite thing of this podcast. Football's back.
Go Broncos.
My Seahawks colors today.
We got Seahawks. We got Broncos. In honor of my brother this year, I'm going to be supporting the Raiders, which is going to go well, I'm sure.
This is the only instance where I find rooting for the Raiders acceptable.
You only say that because they're not a threat.
I mean, it's Coach Carroll and Geno Smith on the Raiders. So.
It's Coach Carroll's there. I'm super happy about that. I love that guy, even if he was responsible for that last Seahawks Super Bowl loss. Anyway,
I have some words. I have some words for him.
Yeah, it is what it is. We got.
I'm still salty. Shut up.
I know. We got video game news to talk about.
Video game news.
Every time we do this show, every week, I think surely there's nothing. Surely, this 1 week there's nothing, and we found out from doing that daily portion where we had to find a few news stories a day. It's like, nah, you can find stuff. There's always something happening.
There's always something.
That's how big this industry's gotten.
And it's nuts.
It's nuts. So let's go ahead and jump in. Breaking news. And by breaking, I mean this was posted September 3rd, 2025 by Video Games Chronicle, one of our favorite news sites. PS5 Digital Edition consoles are reportedly getting a quiet storage downgrade. What?
Yeah. So they're going back to their launch storage. So when the PS5 launched in 2020, it came with 825 gigs of storage on the SSD. Then when they upgraded the new models, that went up to a terabyte. Now in Europe, to save cost, they are going back to 825 gigabytes.
But it's only in Europe. It's not happening stateside yet, is it?
No, but I mean, the last time something only happened in Europe, it became a matter of time.
Yep.
So, fuck. GG, everybody. GG's all around.
So it's, it's about reducing cost because the digital edition console has seen its price increase twice since launch in Europe, once in the US. And I cannot believe they're talking about doing a PS6 and like 3 years, 2 to 3 years.
There's no why. We're going through it right now. You can't be
just
really going through it. And Sony, as much as we love and respect you, hold off on PS6 talks for at least a couple years.
It's so funny
until we get closer to the end of the PS5 tenure. Okay.
I mean, Sony, the PS5, the PS5 is already 5 though.
Yeah.
So if you're like working in the games industry, you're part of the crew that like looks at like planning consoles down the road. Lifespan wise, this is usually when you start planning, when you start talking about what you could do. It's just this lifespan I feel like has been getting longer and longer. I mean, maybe I'm wrong on that.
I mean,
it feels like it should be getting longer.
Kind of a little column A and a little column B. Like I've noticed the life expectancy of PlayStation being like 10-ish years.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna like ride the old one into the new generation, sure, like yes, that is the case.
What I did with my PS4.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like, and that's not, an oddity. It's just that, like, as someone who typically goes at launch or around launch, it's normally about a 7-year cycle for me. And I just think that right now, because you have to think, okay, let's say the next PlayStation is more powerful, right? Like let's assume that.
Yeah.
They're already not able to sell this thing at $500.
Right.
They're selling it at 500 5 years later.
Yeah.
So I'm just like sitting here going, okay, so PS6 is going to have to be more powerful. So is that going to be $600, $700?
But that's the thing, right? Yeah. Like it doesn't, we don't know what they're planning, but it's just like, I don't know if there's a market for that, especially in uncertain times. Like, I don't know if that's the way to go.
Well, because like if you're, and we talked about this last week. They're working on supposedly a hybrid console, a Switch style PlayStation.
Yeah, I heard about this.
And like they're gonna have 3 models. They're gonna have, the hybrid system, which will be around $500 to $550. Yeah. They're gonna have the lower end Series S equivalent for around that same price, maybe $450. And then what you will call a more traditional PlayStation 6, like what would normally be considered the real one, will be around $700.
That's right. We talked about this last week. They're gonna probably try this multi-prong approach.
And I mean, if that's how you gotta do it, I guess, like, because I feel for most people, and I've said this before on the show, $500 is kind of the limit for people when it comes to spending on a gaming device.
Yep.
Be it a graphics card, be it a graphics card, be it a console, be it a handheld. But you see it in the handheld space all the time. There's plenty of handhelds that are above $500, $600. The most popular ones are the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally, which you can easily get for $500 to $600.
Right.
Like, yeah.
I think there's also a matter of, I think there are enough people out there that are willing to pay a lot of money if that's the only place to get this, the most good experience. If that, like, there are people who are willing to pay for a Steam Index, but like the bar for a decent VR experience is way lower, and that's kind of where I think a lot of those sales are. That's why the Meta Quest gets a lot of so popular. Sales.
Like, well, and I said Steam Deck, but like
I know I'm providing an example.
Oh, VR space.
Yeah.
I
have VR on the brain because I finally got my VR headset set up, so I can do some VR stuff. So that's just been on the brain.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, like, so I think like there are people like me who, yes, like they're willing to pay for a better experience. and pay significantly more. Like, I bought the PS5 Pro, my graphics card is a 5080, like yes, I'm willing to pay the money for the better experience. That's not most people. Like, you go on Steam and like, what is the most popular graphics card on Steam? So it's a 4060. You know, what most people buy bought the regular PS4 and the regular, and currently the PS5 Pro's out, they'll buy the regular PS5.
Yep.
Or like that's just because the cutoff point, I feel, is $500 to $600. That's the cutoff point. Most people not willing to go above it.
Right.
You see in the graphics cards. Sorry, go ahead.
That's fine. There's also like a chunk of people that are still hanging with their PS4s. There are people who are still hanging with the last generation console, and console manufacturers like, you should upgrade, please.
Yeah, because we no longer have that thing that would happen where 2, 3, 4 years into a console you get a price cut.
Yeah.
You look at the PS2, for example. PS2 launched at $300. By the time 2004, 4 years later, came around, I want to say they were $200.
Right.
Like maybe $150. But yeah, like it's like they went down over time, versus now it's the PS5 is more expensive.
Yeah.
Than when it launched.
And I mean, if that continues, then I don't. It's kind of tough for them. They might as well aim higher, I suppose, with the next console if they think this is going to be continuous.
I mean, I think the handheld market is a very clear, like, well, this is how we can keep it to $500.
I think it's a smart move. They should do it.
I do too. And then I think that and they saw the lower spec model work for Xbox. Like, most people who bought an Xbox bought a Series S.
Right.
Yeah, so so like you look at the PS4, even the PS4 only had one price cut. It went from $400 to $300, but it still hit $300. Like now it's you're looking at $500 to $550 for a digital or a physical PS5. You're looking at $370 to, I think it's $600 for an Xbox now. Yeah, it's just the core price of this hardware is just expensive, and it doesn't go down in price anymore.
Right.
The software is legitimately cheaper than ever. Even at $80, a video game is wildly cheap adjusted for inflation. It's just
yeah, when you think about like coughing up that money for a console, and then like you add up a decent selection of games on top of it, it's a lot.
But yeah, if you're buying full $70 games, but you look at games like Mafia or Expedition 33, they're $50.
Yep.
Silksong just came out for $20. Stuff like that.
Absolutely. It's gonna be interesting. I think the conclusion we came to last week was like you got to do them both. You got to have the handheld come out at less powerful, at a decent price that the average person can stomach for their mainline console, and then you put out the big one that is trying to push the technology forward, and there is a group out there that will throw down the money to make that happen.
Yeah, and I think that makes sense. It's just the floor now, though, is still just so expensive. Like that's
unfortunately there just doesn't seem to be a way around that.
Yeah, and I think that's going to have a lot of people playing, and you're seeing it, especially in the under 25 group. You're seeing people sitting on old video cards longer than ever. You're like, the 3060 is the second most popular graphics card on Steam, and that thing is 5 years old.
Oh yeah.
Like you're seeing people sit on, there's still people on PS4s. That's still happening. Not nearly as much. PS5s are still selling.
Right.
But you're seeing people sitting on their PS4s still. You're seeing people, just hang on this old hardware forever because you don't see PS4 to PS5 now is a huge upgrade actually. But like if you're on a like 3060, going to a 5060 is not a huge upgrade.
Sure.
Just like, I have a Steam Deck OLED. I look at the ROG Xbox Ally X, which is going to be the new King handheld, and I'm like, that's not that big of an upgrade.
Right.
It's just that the upgrades are also smaller than ever. So yeah, I could totally see. And the real dirty secret is if devs optimized more and publishers let them optimize more, then games would run fine on the current hardware. So
yeah. I don't know. It's I think there's still a lot of life left in these consoles, especially with prices being really weird right now.
Well, yeah, and then you're looking at the stuff that's getting ported to the Switch 2, which is a 10-watt handheld. It's like, okay, then like, yeah, why do we need a new PlayStation?
Right.
Well, why do we need this? And this shrinkflation shit is actually kind of funny to me, at least. Shrinkflating PS5s.
Yeah.
Baby, let's go.
Emily, how are you on? What's your attitude on consoles? Like, how has it been these last couple? How have you been feeling?
I mean, I'm just lucky that I got my consoles before the hikes.
Yes, for sure.
Because like I paid $250 for my Series S.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a $370 device.
See?
Amazing.
And then just over $500, including taxes, for my PS5.
Yep. I same boat. My base PS5 in the living room was a launch unit 500. I paid also $250 for my Series S. And then my Xbox Series X. It was right around launch. I ended up paying like $30 more than MSRP for it. I've told this story. I was on Facebook Marketplace and some dude's like, I got this for Christmas. I'm not using it.
Yep.
And
helps.
so I was like,
fuck it. Might as well.
Yeah. So that was $530, which, that $30 would have been the tax. So yeah, like I legitimately, every one of these devices that I bought 5 years ago was not even adjusting for inflation, significantly cheaper back then.
Yeah.
It's and I remember you bought a PS5 before the price hikes, Aaron, and I was just like, yeah, no, the economic climate is about to be such. If you're buying one, you should do it now.
Yeah, soon after the election, like all the talks of tariffs and stuff is just like, this is gonna start getting bad. I need to do this now while I have money.
Yep.
And this is why we were talking about panic buying a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
We're not recommending it, but we're also not recommending it.
There's smart panic buying,
There is smart panic buying. You're right.
Yeah, I did the try to beat the tariffs computer build, and that ended up
worked in your favor.
It got it built. Yes, I have an amazing computer now, and the only thing bad I can say is like, prices of graphics cards, have gone down a little bit recently, but it's not enough to where like, okay, how is this supply going to be? And to be fair, the model of graphics card I got actually didn't go down in price at all. It went down in price $10.
Oh, well,
I was gonna say, how is Jarvis running now?
Jarvis 2.0 is fantastic. He's amazing.
Good.
I am playing pretty much every single game in 4K 60 and and then like if I'm on my monitors 1440p, I'm hitting like 100 to 200 FPS easy.
Nice.
You'll be riding that thing into the ground. So.
Yep. No, I'm gonna ride this goddamn computer into the sun, or at minimum the motherboard and the processor.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
yeah. Yep. Well, all right, yeah. Hope you got your PS5 digitals at the when it had decent storage. I mean, it's still, it's a downgraded storage, but it's not killer. It's just the prices are going up either directly or indirectly.
Yeah, no, you buy your external hard drive, I guess.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, that's that story.
I have a launch. I have a launch unit. It had 825, and I put another hard drive in it. So there you go.
All right. All right. Next story. PS5 price unexpectedly large barrier for Monster Hunter Wilds sales, says Capcom president. I find this.
I was gonna say, speaking of PS5.
Yeah, I find this interesting.
So, Monster Hunter Wilds has been a massive success. It is the best-selling game of the year still.
Wow.
Yep, huge success. Biggest game of the year still, and we got 3 months to go, but it might not be topped. Call of Duty, of course, does come in. They did 10 million units in the first month, and they're saying, how are they building on? They were asked, how are you going to build on that initial 10? And they're like, we found that it has been tricky because there are barriers to the PS5 when it comes to price that are unexpectedly large. The console costs around 80,000 yen, and then factoring in the monthly subscription and the software, the game itself comes down to 675 at the time of purchase. This is not easily affordable, especially for younger generations. The situation is not limited to Japan. It is similar overseas. Our challenge is to overcome these barriers and get Monster Hunter Wilds to more people. Sales and other events will be in the future, so we are currently developing strategy to take advantage of these opportunities to boost sales throughout the year. And he also acknowledged the Switch 2, saying its success at a relatively lower price point shows that affordability is crucial for customers, and he did hint at a possible Monster Hunter Wilds port for Switch 2. Please don't do that.
If they can make it work. They're having trouble making it work, elsewhere, but sure.
No, that thing barely works on a PS5, but okay, sure.
I know. If they want to try.
Switch 2,
at least give them that opportunity.
At least try, guys.
Yeah, you're down to try, but if it doesn't work, don't release it.
Yeah. Switch 2 was released in June at a price point of 49,980 yen, and the response was a lot better than they expected. I imagine what that translates to is, holy crap, Street Fighter sold a lot on Switch 2.
Right.
While prices vary by country, this reaffirms the high level of cost consciousness among ordinary consumers. In the months post-launch, they have struggled to get momentum for the game, selling only 477,000 copies between April and June. And it's been soft for, and then, I think that, like $675, as he said, or 100,000 yen, that's a lot of money if you're not like well into your career life.
Right.
Like if you, because like, okay, I'm at the point in my life where I can land a decent job that pays somewhat well pretty easily. Like not a ton of effort. Like, yeah, it's hard for sure, but not, I have a resume that says, yeah, dog, hire me. So versus like if you're young, you're working at like what Aaron, what was like one of your first jobs and what was the salary? And we'll try to adjust that for inflation.
That was probably sandwich artiste at Subway, the acclaimed, the 5-star restaurant. It was minimum wage, I believe, so it was like $7.25 an hour.
So that is $11 to $13 an hour now. If you're making I made $11 an hour. I did it at AT&T, so 40 hours was like $600 take home for a 2-week period, so like $300 a week take home. Dude, you are the last thing on your mind if you're making $1,200 a month in the current price climate is buying a PS5.
Not even a prayer.
Not maybe if you got some friends or some family who gives you some Christmas money and you're putting like $20 a week away and canceling a bunch of stuff, you might be able to make it happen. But that's
that. Nah.
But that's like the people who are like really, really like video games.
Really like video games and really like Monster Hunter, because I could totally see if I'm cash conscious, like saving up, getting the PS5, and then playing Marvel Rivals, or making the most out of my buck.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like you're competing with free entry points. Because I remember when I was really broke, like, this is not a free game, but I would just play only World of Warcraft sometimes when I was in college. Because it was $15 a month for, tons and tons and tons of gameplay.
Right.
Literally endless gameplay. Or, you would, so it's one of those things. Instead of paying $60 for a brand new video game.
And it doesn't help that Monster Hunter, while its sales are high, the conversation around the games, post-end game stuff is just not. The conversation's not good. So imagine, like, you're trying to figure out how to spend your money best, and Monster Hunter is your favorite franchise, but it's in a weird place right now.
Yeah, like that's another thing, and then I think that, a lot of people are, when Monster Hunter World came out, the PS4 was like well on its way to being, the big like console of the generation. It had a ton of units out in the wild, and it was only $300, and your dollar stretched a lot further back then. Right. Versus now, your dollar doesn't stretch nearly as far. The console is gone up in price. It's just, it's not
great.
Not good.
But I don't know how you're gonna swing affordability. Like Monster Hunter Wilds was, you're pushing the technology, you're making something big and huge. I don't know. You may make a smaller Monster Hunter next time.
I was just about to say, do you think for the next Monster Hunter they do what they did for Rise, where they do like an amazing Switch version, or in this case Switch 2, and then just port that up to PC and everything else?
That's been what they've been doing, and I don't see a reason to change that. I think it totally works.
I think if your goal, in the case of Monster Hunter, this is definitely your goal, is to sell as many units as humanly possible.
Yeah.
Then I think what you need to do is you need to make the lowest common denominator version first. So that's going to be PC handhelds and Switch 2. And in all honesty, maybe Switch 1 and PS4, because those systems like are getting a Marvel Rivals port soon.
Right.
Which is weird to say, but
it's weird, but it's smart.
Yeah. But if you're looking to sell as many units as humanly possible, then you want to be as many platforms possible. The answer is okay. Let's
work up.
Yeah, start on Switch 2, and then go up from there.
Right.
Which I think that they should absolutely do for the next Monster, because that worked out great for Rise.
Yeah,
that worked out real good for Rise, and I think that you can do a game the size of Monster Hunter World and just have it look like Rise running on a Switch 2 just perfectly fine.
100%.
Yep. So yeah.
They also, they've been kind of doing this multi-prong approach that we've been talking about for PlayStation earlier. It's just that they're, staggered. And so we got some years before we get the expansion to Wilds, and then their smaller Nintendo-focused version.
Yeah, and I think that Nintendo's going to be a real outlier here, soon because you're looking at they're the only ones who's only gonna have one hardware SKU. Yeah, Xbox is pretty committed to making everything and anything in Xbox, and even if they weren't, they have 2 regular Xbox SKUs. Actually, they have more than that because they have higher storage options. And then you look at PlayStation, they have 3 SKUs, and they're looking to do 3 again in a hybrid. So Nintendo's kind of weird one there with just we have a hybrid.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that selling at parents now is hard as well. Like if you're a teenager or even a kid and you're just like, hey, I want a PlayStation for Christmas, and it's like $550.
A lot of money. And the game to come with it.
Yeah, and a game. But we're obviously, if we were parents, we'd be educated parents, be like, you can play free games to start. Go enjoy Marvel Rivals or Fortnite.
It's it's tough. I don't know. There's something to be said for getting one good live service $70 game, and that's where your friends are, and you ride that into the fucking ground.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we bought a lot more games when we were young, but like even when we were young, how much Halo 3 and Modern Warfare 2 did we play? Right.
Yep.
Like it was we'd buy other games on occasion, but just Halo 3, Modern Warfare 2, Gears 2, like we're gonna run this into the ground until we buy our 2 to 3 games next year.
Yep.
So and then GameFly in their interim or rent in their interim.
Yeah, GameFly could use more love in that regard. But I think affordability. If you can figure out a way to deal with that, that'd be a good way to go. But have your $70, $80 big Monster Hunter, and then let's start looking at affordability in other areas. There's a number of ways they could go about it. That's up to them. Decide what they want to do.
Yeah, I think the port up method is the obvious one, or the just spend significantly less money making the game option.
Right.
I think that is also an option here of like, you didn't need to make the biggest game in the world, everybody. So
Monster Hunter has the kind of command where I think they could do both, and just you just need to. They've been doing what they've been doing, and I don't blame them for doing that. But we are all of a sudden in a different world.
It's a different world. If this was like during the PS4 era when that stuff came out, like that'd be a very different thing.
Yeah.
It'd be a very different thing. Like if we're in a world where the console was $300 and high-end graphics cards were $600, and your salary was a lot less of a portion of that, then yeah, sure, like the different world, bro. But that's not the case.
Okay, free to play big Monster Hunter, all characters sexy as hell, and then you got your mainline Monster Hunter stuff that you unlock, and that's free. But then there are a bunch of paid outfits that are Capcom and collab. So dressing up your character as Dante, you got to pay some money.
I don't think that's the worst idea.
It's an idea.
I hate. Look, I really dislike the free-to-play market. I realize it's very advantageous, but I think it's bad for the long-term health of video games.
It is.
I think because like all of these eventually turn into predatory nightmares, or you log into them and their UI makes me feel like I'm having a panic attack.
They're trained. They it's bad, but fortunately, if you can deal with it, if you can navigate around it, it is by far the cheapest and easiest way to play the newest, the latest and greatest.
Yeah, yes, it is. It's just that it's gross, it's predatory, it's bad for the health of the game industry. but number must go up. And if number must go up, that means people are a lot more likely to buy a $5 to $25 costume than they are to buy a, $70 video game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just is what it is.
Is what it is. All right. Go to the next news story here. Steam Deck 2. Over 2 years
Steam
away.
Deck 2. Yeah, so a very credible leaker who's been basically spot on with all their Valve leaks said, yo, the Steam Deck 2 is not coming until 2028. Valve has released no information. They did say in 2024 that the next model would be a, quote, generational leap over the OLED in the regular deck. And they have, in the interim, they have decided to let SteamOS run on other handhelds like the Legion Go S. So.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. That seems fine, right?
It's so it might just be because like I'm in the PC mindset and the PC space for them.
Yeah.
But it feels like kind of late. Like you're looking at the Xbox Ally X, you're looking at the Go 2, the Claw, like you're looking at all these different PC handhelds that are, more powerful than the deck or the deck OLED, and you're like, man, the deck just starts to feel old, a little creaky, especially when you play something like Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake, and then you compare it to how it runs on like an ROG Ally X, and you're like, god damn.
How much is the Ally X?
It's 800. For some reason right now it's 900. They might have done a price increase. But you can routinely get it on sale for 700.
Okay, well, what about a comparable price for a competing handheld?
I would say the regular ROG Ally Z1 Extreme.
Does that
which is 700
better?
A little bit, not much. It's like a 5 FPS difference.
It's something where, like, it goes back to trying to keep up with the latest and greatest, and then there's where most people are in the space. And granted, the people who will probably invest in a PC handheld have money left over. Like they're willing to spend more than the average person, but
I like, I also think that Valve understands that you can't just add a bunch of power to these things, because it's not going to matter if it just completely nukes your battery life, right?
Well,
like that's the big thing about the ROG Ally original is, it's so much more powerful at the higher wattages, which will drain your battery in an hour, sometimes less.
Oh God.
So you need to be plugged in, which defeats the purpose of a handheld at that point. Why the fuck wouldn't I just use a laptop? And then on the other side of that, you have, the Ally X, which runs, up to 10 FPS faster than the deck. And it has the same. So if you get the best model of the deck, it's $650.
Right.
That's the one with the terabyte of storage. If you get an ROG Ally X, it's $900.
Yeah.
So you're paying, $250 more, at least right now. And you're getting a lot more performance. You're getting a smaller body. You're getting the same amount of storage. And finally, the same battery life. However, you routinely see Ally X's on sale for, $700.
Sure.
Like that's the thing. But you do have to wait for a sale. Like if you follow the Ally X's like price charting, not using eBay. God damn it, price chart. I hate websites like this. They're like, yeah, let's include eBay, and I'm like, I don't. What?
There are people who
Why would
use
you
eBay, man. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like trying to track the new pricing. Anyway, if you check price charting, like you can get them for, like I said, 700, sometimes 750. At that point, it's like, okay, I'm paying $50 more than the best deck for the best ally, and I'm getting a lot better performance out of it. But that requires you to be patient and wait for the sales to come around.
There's that, and I think that just goes back to there's two different crowds that are being served here, and
mm-hmm.
I think outside of the Switch, the Steam Deck, the base Steam Deck is the entry model. It is the Quest 2. It is the thing that is going to get people into the PC handheld space. And
and I think that's most people, because I think that most people I know who own a PC handheld own an Ally, like a regular Ally. So, and they typically bought it on sale, which means they paid $400 to $500,
right,
instead of the normal $600 to $700.
Yep.
And then, or they either own a deck, like the regular $400 deck, or they own the OLED, which is $550.
Right.
No one owns like Anthony and I are the only people I know who bought the highest tier of the deck.
Right.
We are the only, we both bought the fancy 1 terabyte OLED model.
Yeah.
And that this goes back to my thing where, like, I think that $550 is the absolute most people are willing to pay.
Yep.
Which, if Valve wants to, and Valve is trying to put out like what I call a balanced device, where you get good battery life, it's powerful enough to do what you want, and it's affordable. And that means they are going to have to wait.
Right.
I think the problem I see with this is, of course, the fact that because it's the PC market, PC handhelds are coming out all the time. And are they going to get beat at that game by Windows and Microsoft in the interim?
Could be.
Like, is this, and granted, it's Microsoft, they'll find a way to fuck it up somehow.
Exactly. They have every reason to succeed in this space, but will they?
Oh yeah, no. If Microsoft actually put their full weight behind it, and this, like, I don't have any confidence they will do it well.
Right.
If I did, I would be like, oh yeah, no, dude. If Microsoft did not have such a terrible track record and screwed up every possible opportunity they did in gaming, I would be telling everyone the Xbox Ally is going to take over the PC handheld space.
Right.
It is going to dominate that shit.
Yeah.
The problem is they are the model you want, they're already pricing it to the sky.
Yep.
At least according to all the leaks. No prices are official yet, but most people are saying it's going to be $800, $900. And then there have been a bunch of videos out of Gamescom about that handheld experience with it. And the thing about it is it's really cool. Like, you can boot into Steam from it. It uses significantly less Windows resources. You can have it auto boot into other launchers instead of this Xbox one.
That's nice.
Like, it is everything you would want out of a handheld OS that is Windows.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to use actual Windows. It supports all these applications. It's really cool. However, if for whatever reason you need to go into desktop mode, like, let's say you want to download emulators, or you want to use an application, or that isn't, in their little launcher space, whatever it is, you need to boot into desktop. To get to turn off the background processes, you need to go back into the Xbox launcher, or the Xbox OS, you or the Steam OS big picture thing. You need to reboot the system.
Right.
Which is hilarious.
Right.
It's not the biggest deal in the world. It's probably something with the way the system works where they just have to do that. But yeah, it's super funny to me because it's super funny to me that Microsoft does this, because Microsoft should be winning this handheld PC OS game, because every game actually runs natively on their OS without having to jump through a bunch of hoops.
Yep.
Like to get certain games running on a Steam Deck, not even from like a horsepower wise, but from a like, this doesn't work because of anti-cheat wise. You either are going to have to dual boot Windows, which Windows on that device is sketchy as shit, or you need to like find ways to circumvent it, and that is also a shit show. It's just not. So they, God, and I hope I'm wrong about Microsoft in this. I hope that Xbox OS is absolutely amazing and it's a fantastic handheld experience. If they don't screw this up, I will probably buy one. I just think they'll screw it up. That's the thing. Yeah. It's why I'm not like looking at pre-ordering or looking into me. I'm interested. I'm like, yeah, dog, I'm good.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
So,
the PC handheld space is a little too much for me. Myself,
price wise or
price wise, and then it's like, I don't know, man. I'm playing on PC. I've got all the modern consoles. I can't fit a. I need to like plan my way around it where it's like, okay, I've got PC, I've got one console, and then maybe I get the Nintendo console later, and then I get a deck or whatever the PC handheld is. Like, I need to plan around it. I feel like I spread myself too far money wise and tech wise, just like.
No, I got you. I have completely divested myself of Xbox outside of a backwards compatibility device.
Right.
And then I've kind of created a flow chart of like, okay, this game is coming out. Is it something I want to play on a television or a handheld? Great. PC or Switch? Oh, is this game dog shit on both of those platforms? PlayStation 6.
Okay.
Is this game dog shit on PC? Then that means it'll probably also be dog shit on Switch, so PlayStation 6. Is this game, I mean, it's true.
That's fine. Yeah.
Like, bad port is bad port. I can't control that. So, okay. If it's like a perfect scenario, it runs great on everything, then I'm going to default to PC, because, that way I can hook it up to the television or play it on the deck. If it does not run well on PC, but it is something that I'd still want to play handheld, then I will get it on the Switch.
Right.
Yeah, I really love the option to move between the bed, the couch, and the desk.
Sure.
Like all the play, or just to play games. So that means like PC and Switch get first priority. Unless the port is bad, then I will play on PlayStation.
Right.
Or it's a fighting game. I tend to prefer my fighting games on PlayStation.
All right.
So
fair enough. Yeah. The tough space. We'll see how it goes. Everyone seems fairly content with the way things are at the moment. We'll see how things shake out as Xbox enters. Yeah.
A new challenger.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Next story. Let's go into it.
Speaking of Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't. There's so much winning. So,
much.
Former marketing boss at Bethesda, Pete Hines, was at Bethesda since nearly the beginning. He started with them in October of '99. He saw the launch of Morrowind, Skyrim, Fallout 4, Fallout 76, Fallout 3. And he said it seems that, after ZeniMax co-founder and CEO Robert Altman, passed, the company kind of changed a lot. And he says, quote, "There's no question that the company is not the same. It has been radically changed and altered from the company we built. It is what it is. Things change, things move on, but at that height, it really was a special thing to be a part of." He also touched on how he fought to change the name of Arcane's Prey because he thought it was wrong to use an IP that was not the same thing at all. Nope. He brings up that he thinks Game Pass is not worth a shit if there's not proper support for developers.
Right.
Which, yes. I also remember the controversy surrounding Fallout 76, and it led to the dumbest thing he ever did at Bethesda.
Okay.
So there was a controversy that happened where the Power Armor Edition came with a bunch of. It came with a bag, right?
That's right.
And a helmet.
Didn't we cover this like when it happened? That's how far back it goes.
No, it was a little bit before our time.
Okay, I remember us talking about it at the time it happened.
And it was a nice canvas duffel bag. But when you got that's how it was advertised. But instead, what people got was a nylon bag instead. It led to an uproar, which wasn't enthusiastic about the idea that Bethesda may have pulled a fast one on dedicated fans who paid $200. And they offered a small amount of in-game currency as a we're sorry, and then they corrected that by offering fans opportunity to request a replacement canvas bag by filling out a form by May of the following year. He says, quote, "My first reaction was, when the fuck did we add a canvas bag to the collector's edition? Because the version I approved did not have one."
Oh.
And he said they were trying to add more value to the collector's edition. We were always fighting with finance people about margins, right? I would throw shit fits around. We cannot charge $300 for this. It's fucking insulting. But in this case, their hearts were in the right place. Hines continued to explain the decision to include a nylon bag came as a result of a canvas shortage. There was literally a canvas shortage, and some folks decided we're going to do this instead. My biggest failing was not pushing immediately from making and sending one to everybody that wants one, because I was still annoyed that the damn thing was there in the first place, and nobody had told me that this canvas shortage happened. Probably the dumbest thing I ever did at Bethesda.
It's a dumb controversy.
That's every part of this. Man, everybody assumes that these corporations are like giants and are so on point. And if anything, nah, dog.
It's
not at all.
Wild mess.
I got to see the inside of Microsoft working there, and it is honestly, when you get to as big as this is, it is arguably more incompetent. So yeah. It's no dog.
It's wild.
But yeah, he says it's not the same studio. It was Robert Altman's company, and we were his employees, no question. But he treated us more like family, and we found a culture that really fit us. When it was working, it was magical. We were a small private company. It was easier to stay out of scrutiny when you're not even to put earnings reports out for the whole world. And Bethesda now serves under the titan that is Microsoft. And gamers have turned to the company, everything from giant trend-setting RPG to laser-focused first-person shooters. But in 2024, the Bethesda umbrella shrunk. Just 3 years after Microsoft completed its acquisition, they shut down Tango Gameworks and whatnot. So I get, from watching this interview, I get the impression that Pete Hines has very negative things to say about the companies they have been purchased by, but he doesn't want to burn bridges.
He's being polite.
Yeah, he's being nice. He's being real nice. He's not going on the show being like, yeah, these incompetent fuckwits at Microsoft.
Not yet.
Yeah. So.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, like I said, I am dying for the book that tells us everything that happened at Xbox from like 2008 to 2014.
I want Phil Spencer.
I
want Phil Spencer to leave Xbox, if not retire, and then write the book on.
And then write the tell-all.
Just his time at Xbox, because it's a long time. That's
yeah. He's been there since like 2003.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's. And then like recently, there's been this lady named Laura Fryer. She was there she was at Xbox from like 2001 until like 2009, and she was the person who launched the Gears games.
Man.
And she kind of explained what happened around 08, 09 when stuff went real bad, when stuff started to turn for them. They went and she's like, yeah, no. It's basically it went from a merit-based company to an ass-kissing based company.
Huh.
For management. So
is that an interview or an article I can read?
She did a couple of videos on it.
Okay.
Let me see if I can. Yeah, and obviously this is one person's perspective.
Of course, yeah.
But she had experience elsewhere. Her name's Laura Fryer.
Okay.
I'll shoot you over in like some other videos.
I appreciate that.
She did.
It's just fascinating. It's a pattern we've seen over and over again in the video game industry, as well as just companies in general. But I find it very fascinating, particularly with Xbox 360, because man, they were on top.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing that she basically says is, once you get big enough and do well enough, corporate starts to starts to notice, and they're like, they want more of a say, and they want to bring in like more people to help you grow faster,
and more efficient.
Yes, and then that just ends up resulting in,
yes.
We all know.
Yes, we do. Oh my lord, it's Xbox in general is just a fascinating story. Poof.
Yep. We have a video on that. Super Gamecraft. I did something with that. You should go watch that.
You should go watch that video. We just put it out. And it's how long is it?
47 minutes.
Yeah.
To be fair, the last minute of it is, or the last like 30 seconds of it are, like just me saying thank you, please subscribe.
Oh yeah, but that's making YouTube videos,
Yeah. So, but no, so y'all can go enjoy that.
Talking about Xbox, as we at Super Gamecast enjoy and also hate to do.
I think that we will always talk about Xbox because we like we loved them once. Like we were fans, man. Like that's the only way we can put it, right?
Yep.
Like yeah.
Yep. All right. I want to move on to something else. Oh no, we can't. Next news story.
Yeah. What's
Perfect
Next
Dark
news story.
The reboot. Nearly saved.
Yeah.
And then not.
Yeah, so the initiative of the studio behind Perfect Dark was shuttered earlier this year in more mass layoffs by Microsoft, but it apparently remained in the development of Crystal Dynamics until last week. Leadership from both studios struggled to find new funding, or both studios struggled to find new funding from a surprise source, Take-Two. A report from Bloomberg, which IGN corroborated from its own sources, revealed that Perfect Dark was not fully abandoned when the initiative shuttered earlier this year. Leadership from both Crystal Dynamics and the initiative spent the following 2 months looking for a new publisher and funding source. While multiple parties expressed interest, the most likely candidate was Take-Two Interactive. However, the two groups couldn't come to an agreement, at least in part due to disagreements over long-term ownership of the property.
Oh.
As a result, the deal fell through, resulting in last week's layoffs at Crystal Dynamics, as well as all hope of the project being reinstated vanished. Crystal Dynamics originally signed into Perfect Dark as a co-developer after the project struggled to get off the ground with its first co-developer, Certain Affinity. Crystal Dynamics was acquired by Embracer Group in 2022, and Perfect Dark was canceled this past July after failing to appear at the Xbox Game Showcase. Yeah, this is the result of no IP owner, and this just isn't in the video game space. This is anything wants to sell IP,
right?
Even if they're not using it, even if they are just it is sitting in a warehouse or doing nothing, they would rather it be that than for it to make money and them look wrong. It is an optics thing. Microsoft would rather have a Perfect Dark never ever happen than to have Take-Two make one and now own Perfect Dark and them not make money.
They'd make money because the game would, I would assume, be released, at least in part, on Xbox, which is better than not putting anything out at all.
Right, but they would rather have the tax write-off of, we canceled this project. So, yeah.
Corporate.
And then it gets to sit in the dungeon forever.
So now it gets to sit next to Banjo Kazooie.
Yep, Banjo Kazooie and Cameo and Viva Pinata, because Rare is forever, ever, 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 ever going to work on Sea of Thieves.
Yep.
That's what's going to happen.
All right, live service, Banjo Kazooie. All the characters are sexier. You have okay.
Give Banjo them real shorts.
Oh,
damn!
God damn it!
This is the hell that we have entered.
In the first Banjo Kazooie, they made sexy Gruntilda.
Oh,
this is true. All
right.
This is very, very true.
Well,
hold on. I'm gonna give Aaron this screenshot here.
Oh God!
What are we doing?
No. This is if you get a game over in Banjo Kazooie, the witch Gruntilda takes Tootie's youth, and then will look like this.
Oh, I can drag this over. Yeah. Okay. I had no idea this existed.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
So
that'd be difficult to cosplay. Yeah. No one would recognize you, I would think. There's just not enough happening
unless
there.
You have the hardcore nerds.
All right.
They'd probably just assume you're from Wicked.
Right, exactly. Like there's just not enough happening there. You know, I just that's a rough one. But
yep.
Cool. All right. Well, there you go. You just do that.
Really pull that
oh wait,
off.
that's not the right one. There we go. All right. Man, that's such a bummer, dude.
Yeah, and I think Perfect Dark is a great setting for a video game, like a cyberpunky spy espionage game.
Yeah,
it's basically what Phantom Liberty is, but it'd be, instead of being an expansion pack, it'd be a whole game.
Yeah,
like it's a great fucking idea, but they just couldn't get the project going.
Dota, but Rare franchises that they won't use for anything else. But
I mean, I would be that would be a really fun game. I think that doing a Microsoft Super Smash Brothers could be interesting.
Sure.
They've
yet to do something like that, and they have a ridiculous number of characters they could use.
I mean, like, okay, so you think about all the franchises they now own. You get the Doom Slayer.
Yep.
You get Master Chief, But then you do a real fun one because you own the Tony Hawk games. You do Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk beating up the Doomslayer with a skateboard.
Always skating, never
Whoa.
off the board.
Never. Yep, exactly.
Do they have a
Just
Conquer?
a kickflip off of Doomslayer.
Yeah, they don't Conquer. No, you got Conquer.
You got
Conquer's
Conquer
rare.
from
So,
Bad
yeah.
Fur Day. Yeah, you got.
You got Conquer.
Oh god. This is
You got
this is wild.
It could be ridiculous. The amount that they own is ridiculous, and they're just not taking advantage of it.
You know, like obviously, you know, you got like you have all of Rare as
Right.
you've stated. You
Ridiculous
know, Joanna
amount.
Dark and whatnot.
Yep.
And then you know you think about Halo. You think about Gears. So you can do 2 of the Gears. I'd pick Marcus and Cole. Would be my picks. They'd probably choose like Marcus and JD or
Probably,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah, and then and then you got you pick a Pinata from Viva Pinata.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, there's a Horstachio kicking some ass.
Okay.
Hey.
If you can get 100 Xbox owned characters, Iron Galaxy comes back in. They do Rumbleverse. It's Rumbleverse again, but it's Microsoft Rumbleverse.
You know, you do the Dovahkiin Skyrim.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. With Bethesda.
just do
yeah. There's so much. There's so much you could do.
You got multiple Call of Duty protagonists like Soap and whatnot. You know, Captain Price.
Captain Price and Ghost would be so overused. It'd be nuts.
Yeah, the memes alone.
Oh, Jesus God.
That's the thing. Like they could.
Well, you have all of Blizzard's characters. I mean,
That's
okay,
a lot right there.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Screw the Smash Brothers thing. Screw the Smash Brothers thing.
Fine.
All right.
Fine.
You start supporting Heroes of the Storm again, but but instead of just being Blizzard characters, you bring in all of Microsoft's IP now.
Yeah.
So you bring Banjo Kazooie to Heroes of the Storm.
Yep.
You bring the Battletoads to Heroes of the Storm. Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad. Here's an idea that definitely wouldn't lose money. It's bring all the characters together for a new rebooted Fusion Frenzy. It's time to bring back the party game.
It's Bill Gates' favorite Xbox game. It
is, and we all know Bill Gates has taste.
Yes.
Sure. Let's go with that.
You know, we were actually talking about the friend swap genre.
Yes.
And I had a realization after that conversation what it actually is. Just people don't call it this because these are just party games, guys. This is today's Mario Party.
They're not like multiple mini games, or they're not moving across a map or anything. But like it feels the same. You're running around doing little things with your friends.
Yeah, and also like it's not all party games are just mini game collections. It's like SingStar is considered a party game. These are party games.
I feel like that's stretching the definition a bit because that's a music game, right?
Kind of. It's not like a traditional rhythm game though. It's not like it's a Guitar Hero or
you gotta sing,
a DJ
you gotta sing
Hero.
with the rhythm. You gotta hit the notes.
I guess.
You would play it at a party for sure, but I don't.
That's the only place I played SingStar for the most part.
I want to play Rock Band again.
Well, next time you are in town, we will get it set up.
All right. Very good.
That's right. You do have the equipment.
I have a full Rock Band kit.
Still working.
Yep.
Microsoft Rock Band. Get Marcus Phoenix on the bass.
Yeah, just every time.
On the drums?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say every time you miss a note with Marcus Phoenix, he does one of his active reload mess ups like, oh come on.
It's just oh come on, and then you're trying to play through the fire, the flames like oh come on, come on.
Jesus fuck.
I fucking hate guitar.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh Jesus God.
Anyway, they're not gonna do any of that because I don't know.
Much as we would love them to. Not.
Sadness. Anyway. All right.
One of the cars from Forza Horizon.
Playing drums. Bottle's just like curved over, bent over the drum set. Oh, what was that fighting game that had a car as a fighter?
I
don't remember.
I'm trying to remember.
Where it was a Daytona car that you fought as.
I'll
let you look it up. Yeah, I don't know. There's video of it out there.
I'm getting nothing. I just apparently learned there's something called car jitsu.
Okay.
Where you learned it is a sport. It is a sport where it's a form of jiu-jitsu practiced inside a car.
Oh yes.
Where fighters use the vehicle's interior like seatbelts to gain dominant position and force submission. Alternatively,
alternatively what?
It can refer to fighting in a car or form of close quarters combat.
I remember stumbling across this and I was bummed because, like, I don't know, doing jiu-jitsu in a car seems like a real pain in the ass. And when I first stumbled across the video, I thought it was like you have to find the keys to the car and put them in the ignition and start the car, and you do that, you win. But you are stuck with one other person. It's hidden somewhere in the car, and you both have to like scramble for the keys somewhere. And I thought that was it, and I thought that would be so much more fun. But nope.
Yeah. I'm watching this, and I'm just like, this is.
Yeah.
What is the? I don't understand. Like,
Emily, what's up?
I'm already.
So I found the game in question.
All right.
It is called Fighters Megamix for the Sega Saturn.
Oh, all right.
Of course it is. Oh, that's
where
right.
You can play as the Hornet car from the Daytona USA.
Yes, I remember this.
So there you go.
I remember this now. Yep. It's from Daytona.
Good. Very good.
All right.
So yeah. Anyway, let's move on from this topic.
Game history for you.
A little bit of video game history there. There's just a person being mauled by a car. Video games are great.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Video games are great. I love video games.
Speaking of loving video games, let's talk more layoffs. Hey!
Oh God, no! No more layoffs.
Damn it! God damn it, Leroy! God damn it!
So,
fuck.
Dreamhaven, started by Mike Morhaime.
Yeah, Mike Morhaime, who was the co-founder of Blizzard, announced his layoff at his new company, Dreamhaven. In about a month after that, he let Dreamhaven know that monthly expenses are outpacing revenue. Dreamhaven, the company launched in 2020 by Blizzard co-founder Mike Morhaime, is laying off an undisclosed number of employees, primarily from its publishing group. Saying, quote, "These choices are never easy. They affect talented colleagues who have played a key role in building Dreamhaven's foundation and supporting what has been an eventful year for us. From organizing the Dreamhaven Showcase to helping launch 3 games, every person at Dreamhaven has contributed to sharing our games with the world. I'm deeply grateful for the creativity, dedication, and hard work of the teammates we're working with. They will truly be missed." The layoffs come a little over a week after Bloomberg report indicated Dreamhaven is struggling. Morhaime said in an internal email citing a report that our monthly expenses are outpacing revenue. The company is focused on urgently reducing costs in order to ensure the company survive. Expectations for Dreamhaven were great when the company first got announced. As one of the driving forces behind Blizzard during its glory days, Morhaime sits top an enviable litany of legendary games: Warcraft, Starcraft, Diablo, Hearthstone, and Overwatch. But the world now is very different from the world then, and they have yet to secure even a moderate hit. Sunderfolk, developed by Dreamhaven's Secret Door Studio, was critically well received, but amassed a peak concurrent players of 890. Wildgate, released a couple months later, achieved a peak of 7,799, and that figure has declined to around 500. It also published Linked Banner of Spark, developed externally, and has a 24-hour concurrent peak of just 11 players. And then Mechabellum, it also published, which it took over in 2025 after the game River split with original publisher Paradox. Morheim said in a statement that Dreamhaven remains committed to supporting these games and the communities forming around them, but the numbers are simply not sustainable.
The story is by Andy Chalk here at PC Gamer, so that's good reporting. Appreciate this story.
Yes.
So these layoffs are the publishing end, right?
Yeah, it's the going out and getting, games, then publishing them.
Right. Seems like it's not going great so far.
Yeah. I looked at all the stuff Dreamhaven is making, and I think that, I don't know, they are I think they're just missing something. I think these games just don't have the same Blizzard magic, and I don't know how they're going to get that back.
Right.
Is the thing. Like, it's because, you read that book, The Rise and Fall of Blizzard Entertainment, and they very clearly made games that they wanted to play that were like other games that they loved, but made them easier and more approachable and enjoyable to a mass market. And I guess they technically tried to do that with a tactical RPG for Sunderfolk here. But I don't know if it hit. I look at the art of these and I'm like, yeah, this is fine. No part of any of these games has made me respond the way like Warcraft 3 did back in the day, where I'm like, that looks incredible.
I mean, yeah.
And I want to play this immediately.
Right.
So
it's tough. They're having to start, their own worlds and characters and make the game, something that catches people's eye, and hasn't happened so far.
Yep.
Sucks.
Yep. I don't know. They got a trial for Sunderfolk. I might give it a shot.
You might?
Yeah, I might give Sunderfolk a shot and try it.
All right.
It's apparently reviewed very well. You got a 9 from Screenrant, 9 from Game Pressure, an 8 from GameSpot. A great tabletop-inspired game with friends.
Nice.
So.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're taking a look. Yeah. Good luck to everyone who's there and no longer there. That's rough. So.
As is tradition.
Hey, as it always is. Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Does anyone do Star Wars in this group?
I mean, I don't know. I like watching the old movies from time to time.
Sure. Well, Star Wars Outlaws came out, and that game had a weird reception when it came out for a couple different reasons. But seems like an all right game, all things considered. And
yeah,
came out on Switch too, and it's a game key card game.
Yeah, so this is a continuing thing that seems to be a big controversy with Switch 2. Which the Switch 2 has an issue where game key cards are not like normal games where, the whole game's on the cartridge, you put it in and play the game. A very small amount of the game is on the key card, right?
Yep.
And then you download the rest onto your system's memory or your SD card. And it's one of those things where a lot of collectors are unhappy because they think it's bad for preservation, Obviously, if you're in a rural area or have bad internet, you're not happy because now you have to download and anywhere from 10 to $60 gig video game.
Yep.
Yeah. And the devs say this is not because of cost, because the key cards are expensive, or the full cartridges are expensive relative for the publisher because they're $15. So if you're a publisher and you're making a key card game, you're giving, or not a regular cartridge game, you're taking that $70 you're charging, and you're giving 30% at Nintendo, and then you're burning another $15 to put it on a physical cartridge.
Right.
For the memory, versus this, which is significantly cheaper. It's only like a couple bucks.
Right.
In the case of this game, though, they said it's due to a technical issue due to the way the game relies heavy on disk streaming for its open world environments, and the cards did not get the same performance that they needed as the system memory or a micro SD express card.
Oh.
They built the game around SSDs, and then the Switch 2 came along a while later, and we had to make a call about this. Otherwise, this game is a real miracle port.
Okay.
Apparently, like Digital Foundry did their video on it. It is a locked 30, hardcore.
All right.
Like 100% locked in. And then it also looks, depending on what part of the game you're looking at, it will look better than the Series S version of the game.
Wow.
So like it does some things better. Digital Foundry said it is in a ray tracing revelation and an extraordinary port.
Huh. Wow.
Yep.
That's cool.
So yeah. So if you're looking to play some Star Wars Outlaws, the Switch 2 is apparently a great place to do it.
Yeah, seems so. And seems some people may be picking game key cards for other reasons than cost.
Yeah, it's not just cost in this particular instance.
Right.
I think for most publishers, that'll be the case. I don't think that. I think that in the case of like publishers who want goodwill or really think that the market for the collector market is going to be big, they'll embrace it.
Yeah.
But I think most are just going to do key cards. Funnily enough, this doesn't matter to me at all because I Switch 1 I went all digital, and then Switch 2 I've gone mostly digital other than our stuff for the launch video.
Right.
So to me the bigger problem is micro SD express cards are expensive.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Is I bought that 512 card and it was $100.
Oh,
I was like, all right, I gotta make this son of a bitch last.
the cartridge cost is passed on to the consumer.
Yes, because you're buying additional storage, and this is because I want everything in my collection on my system.
Right.
I think that if you are the type of person who is willing to delete games and re-download games that you're actively playing, the storage with it is fine.
Sure.
And if you get a 256 card for like $60, I think, or the 512 for like $100, yeah, you're gonna be great. You're never gonna have to worry.
Yeah.
If you're willing to do that dance.
All right.
I'm just cramming everything with me portably, so I have to do that dance.
Right. Of course.
But yeah, so it's interesting. I think this game keycard thing was a good middle ground solution, in all honesty. Nintendo realized that, this is really expensive because the price of this kind of memory is still currently really expensive. We'll offer this as a cheaper solution.
The hope is that they don't just go all digital next gen.
I mean, yeah, like that is the hope. I don't think they will because they've just such a large amount of Nintendo users prefer the physical versions.
Right.
I think because Cyberpunk, I think, was 75% physical, was the news story reported last week.
That was last week. Yep.
Yeah, that's.
I just wonder if that's impacted by a generation of game key cards.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how many people also like really are upset about this key card thing, or people just want to play the game and don't care.
Right.
Because like if I was a kid, like I think back to, or like a teenager, like I think back to when I was a teen and a kid, I personally would be like, who cares? I just want to play the game.
Right.
I want to go play. I want to play the new Donkey Kong.
Yep.
Well, all the Nintendo games are on full cartridges, but yeah, I want to play Star Wars Outlaws on my Switch. Who cares? It's a key card, whatever.
Yeah.
Versus if you're looking at someone like us, somebody who's really into preservation, the older people, that might not be the case.
Right. Yeah.
So
we'll see. This is another step in the journey to see how game key cards affect digital versus physical sales as the years go on. So we'll have to wait and see.
I am at the point where I only have one device where I still buy physical games.
How it happens, right? That's kind of where I'm at.
PlayStation is the last boy. He's like PC, you don't really have the option anymore outside of the occasional weird collector's edition.
Yep.
Nintendo, because it is a handheld. I lost enough 3DS cartridges that I did not want to relive that.
Yeah.
So went full digital on Switch. So yeah, like I'm gonna go physical on PlayStation as long as they'll allow me. But I have a feeling that time is even numbered with the fact that the PS5 Pro, a disc drive is a separate optional thing.
Yeah.
Tells me that the PS6 that will be the case.
Yes.
And I have a feeling as long as they're going backwards compatible to PS4, they are going to keep making disc drives, but they are going to be optional things.
Right.
And eventually one day they will not be able to justify supporting that anymore.
Yeah, the numbers will continue like that.
Yep.
And
and I get it, man, because it's convenient. Like, and unfortunately, like whether or not it's better for the consumer doesn't give a shit because they want it now.
Right.
They want it. Like even people I know who are big advocates for preservation and big advocates for owning your shit, will still download the game. Like, well, yeah, because I can play it at midnight when it comes out, or in our case, 9 p.m. when it comes out. That's West Coast. I don't want to wait till tomorrow morning. Which is, which I get it, because I remember when Tekken came out and y'all were playing it in the middle of the day, and I was like, oh, I still gotta wait for my copy to get here from Best Buy.
And that, and in reality, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But
yeah, but people get excited, and also gamers are. Most gamers, I feel, are wildly impatient, and it goes, I always talk about a gamer boycott is one trailer away from being over. And I feel that applies to a broader mindset with a lot of gamers, and just they want to play their game and they want it as soon as possible.
I'd like to play the video game, for sure. The big thing for me is it would be really cool if in a more digital place we had an option, like something that at least simulates what renting was. Because GameFly, I really like GameFly, but if physical goes away, it'd be cool if I had more.
GameFly won't exist.
I know GameFly won't exist. Then it's like, okay, well then I've got less than 2 hours to play a game before I can return it to Steam.
And then I guess I can play whatever on PlayStation Plus or Game Pass as rentals.
Yeah,
but
that's just playing the game. Like that's just a good deal for us.
Yeah, like and that the ecosystem that is that, especially the Microsoft, the Sony one, it's mostly old stuff. Outside the occasional indie. But, in the case of the Microsoft one, it's like, oh, well, is this actually, are the developers getting screwed by this?
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, it's rough out there. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Let's see. Next news story. Oh, man, this was going to happen. Of course it was. But Nintendo has ended all support for all 3DS models now.
Yep. They will not repair. They closed the eShop 2 years ago. They shut down Wii U repairs last year. And then this is it. Like, this is the last thing from that generation, that era. You can no longer get these repaired.
Yep. End of an era.
Treat your hardware nice if you ever want to play it. That's my response to this. More proprietary parts are happening. It's getting harder and harder to repair this shit.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
bummer. But that's the way it goes. Anyway, did y'all?
Yep.
I enjoyed my DS. I enjoyed my 3DS.
Yeah, I still have my Majora's Mask 3DS like in a drawer.
Yeah.
Like I'll if I want to play something, I'll bust it out.
All right. Yeah. Exactly. They they ported Pocket Card Jockey to the Switch, so I'm good. They did it.
I'm trying to think of games I'd really want to play on a 3DS. It's like the Metroid game I would love to get ported to Switch. And then the Zelda game with the Repo Bird.
Right.
I want ported to Switch.
You would think they would do that eventually.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that because there are better versions of Smash and Mario Kart out now.
Right.
Pokemon X, that'd be a good one.
The Pokemon games need to get over here.
Now Theater Rhythm got a new game on the new stuff, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
All right. Well, it was fun. Fun times.
Yep.
Last news story.
Yes.
This is an interesting thing, which I kind of get. Battlefield 6 is not using any ray tracing.
Yeah, it says it doesn't have ray tracing, and its developer said there are no plans to add the feature down the line. Despite its popular inclusion in some games, ray tracing's more natural method of simulating light is very draining of system resources. It says the PC version will have over 600 different options and settings. Ray tracing won't be one of them. There's no plan to give them the future. They said, we don't have any plans in the near future either. This is because we wanted to focus on performance. We wanted to make sure all of our effort was focused on making the game as optimized as possible for default settings and default users. So we just made the decision relatively early on that we just weren't going to do ray tracing. And again, it was mostly so we could focus on making sure it was for performance for everyone else. I think it's a relatively good decision.
Ray tracing is nice to look at when a game does it. It's nice. It's just not essential.
I think that ray tracing does make development easier on the developer.
Does it?
The reason, because they don't need to go craft a bunch of lighting. They don't need to go in and okay, we got to make this light function correctly in this room, in this room, in this room, in this room. The problem is ray tracing is super hard on your hardware.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's ray tracing started on the 20 series in 2018.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, it wasn't realistically playable in most games outside of the best possible GPUs until the 30 series. And then finally, with now the 40 and 50 series, it's actually usable.
Gotcha.
Fully. And yeah, it's a performance hog. And this is the kind of game where you want it to be as performant as possible. You want to run this game at, the prettiest settings while getting super high frame rates. So it makes sense. Yeah. And then I also think that ray tracing is, if you're a developer who I don't think it's like beneficial as much in a game like this versus a game like Cyberpunk.
Right.
Like Cyberpunk with path tracing on, which what path tracing is, it's basically better ray tracing.
Oh, okay.
Path tracing is fully simulating light and reflections and how it functions, versus ray tracing is mostly doing that, but you still have some baked lighting.
Okay.
But like, yeah, it's super heavy on performance. Like I have super nice computer. If I play Cyberpunk with no DLSS, and path tracing and every setting turned all the way up at 1440p, I'm getting like 36 frames per second. Versus if so I have to turn DLSS on.
Yeah.
But if I turn that off, like Alan Wake is the best example. If I don't use DLSS and I just run the game on its own with Alan Wake 2, with ray tracing and everything turned all the way up, I'm getting like 30 FPS.
Okay.
At 1440p. If I turn DLSS on or turn ray tracing off, or if I turn DLSS on, it shoots up to like 60. But if I turn ray tracing off, it shoots up to 90.
Okay.
So it's just such a performance hog that in a game that is primarily like, look, this game's gonna have a campaign. It might even be a really good campaign.
Right.
There have been some Battlefield campaigns that are sick, but realistically, most people are going to be playing this as a multiplayer game. And in a multiplayer game, like, yeah, no one's going to choose, I want the prettier lighting and graphics over, I want to shoot dudes more efficiently.
Right. Let's make something that's fun first.
Yes. So, yeah. If I can have the best of both worlds where I'm getting, Cyberpunk, because DLSS and scaling in general is another thing where, like, yeah, if you don't do it right, there's ghosting and it looks like shit. So it's like one of those things where if you want to, you have developers have to choose, like, okay, we can implement ray tracing. Is it worth it for a game? Does it look amazing? Like Spider-Man 2, it's worth it. It looks amazing.
Right.
The ray tracing in Spider-Man 2 adds so much to that game.
Okay.
Because you're getting the reflections off all the buildings and whatnot. Because, it's, you're in New York in the daylight. Versus like, I don't know, like Call of Duty, I barely notice it.
Yeah.
For example.
Okay.
Like Alan Wake, horror game, big difference.
Yeah.
And then if you are going to implement ray tracing, it probably means you're going to want your DLSS support or your FSR support, if you have an AMD card, to be really good and not look like crap. So now you have to take time to make that happen. Because if you don't, it'll look like ghosty, terrible bullshit.
Right. Okay, I have a question for you. This just popped in my head. Have shooters used ray tracing to create like windows and reflective surfaces to subtly show what's around the corner on a map?
That not to my knowledge.
Interesting.
I think that could be really cool. There have definitely been games that have used shadows for that. That's not really a ray tracing thing, but I have definitely been playing shooters before and like saw someone's shadow around the corner and been like, oh, there's a dude there.
Okay. Yeah.
But not so much reflections, no. Marvel Rivals has ray tracing.
Sure.
It does full ray tracing support.
That's an artistically ridiculously beautiful game. Like no matter how good or bad I'm playing that game, I just like looking at the screen while I play.
Yeah, that is a game that is it's not optimized great, but man, it's pretty.
Nice.
Real pretty.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
All right.
Anyway,
yeah.
Hey, you and I played a video game, one video game each.
Yeah, our video game plan was actually pretty limited. You were working on a video for most of the week, I imagine.
Yeah, that was basically a week.
Ooh, man. So what was the game you played?
I got into the Marvel Tokon beta, the Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls beta.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Well, okay. So going into this, this was Arxis?
Yep, it's Arxos.
Yes, so
it's the
Guilty Gear fighters, Dragon Ball fighters, people.
Yep, Dragon Ball Fighters, Guilty Gear, done some other stuff too. But those are kind of like the big ones that I think of when you. Oh, they did Persona 4 Ultimax and Persona 4 Arena.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so these guys, other than Guilty Gear, like these guys make your games.
Yep, they also did Under Night in Birth and 100x100 Impact. So yeah, they are a known quantity for sure. So I booted up this game and I did their little tutorial, which does not teach you how to do combos or anything. It teaches you basically, here are all the different mechanics of the game.
Okay.
This is how you tag. This is how your life bar works, moving, etc. And the game is a 4v4 fighter, but they all share one life bar. So you don't have 4 separate life bars. You have one life bar.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Very, very different from like a Marvel vs. Capcom or a Dragon Ball Fighters. As for how it plays, it definitely does not play like Marvel vs. Capcom or Dragon Ball Fighters.
Okay.
I would say that it kind of reminds me of Persona 4 Arena or Blaze Blue Cross Tag with like the pace of Guilty Gear Strive.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. I was having a lot of fun. I was doing really well. There's a lot of fun mechanics. There's like a universal counter mechanic. That's a lot of fun. So you can just blow people up who are just coming up and trying to combo you if they don't do their timing right. It's super funny. I posted my final match of the beta in the Discord, and that's how I won my last match with a pixel of life left.
Ooh.
I knew he was gonna come in with his crouching low, and I did a counter and just whop, boom, boom, boom.
Hell yeah!
So
all right.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think you're seeing. Yeah, is that my beta footage?
No, I'm moving to your beta footage here in a second. I'm gonna transition away in case this breaks, and get this pulled up here. Because yeah, you upload this to YouTube. Job a lot easier. Very appreciated.
Yes, I had to. PlayStation has made it really hard to share footage otherwise.
That's ridiculous on PlayStation's part, but whatever.
And they don't want to pay for the API fees for Twitter or anything else.
Well, anyway.
So, anyway, back to what I was saying is, so yeah, it kind of reminds me of like Blaze Blue Cross Tag or Persona 4 Arena. And you earn the assists as you play, right? Like that's so like every time you get like that wall transition you just saw there, you get one of your assists for the match.
Okay.
So you start out with one and then you get the others. As for the thing I find most interesting about this game is I think this might be one of the most new player-friendly fighting games I could ever possibly imagine.
I find that very hard to believe just watching this.
So most of what both me and my opponent are doing in these are auto combos.
Okay.
For one. That's literally that one there was mashing light attack into mashing medium attack.
Huh.
That's literally what that was right there.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. So so they're like, you can just do auto, like the autos don't give you the best damage.
Right, of course not.
But they look cool and you can win doing them.
Okay.
So there's that.
And also, the key thing to keep in mind also is that this is a beta. A lot of people are jumping in for the first time. No one's figured out optimal anything.
No, there were people in the chat, like the game has this, a lobby chat function.
Yeah.
Just like, bro, it's my first match and I'm already just getting Dragon Ball Fighters comboed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's my sit counter. Here's my sit counter. Wait for it. What? Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and the way they did the combo windows timing is like super high.
Right.
Like I only figured out one real full combo, but it's like the timing is super generous.
Okay.
Like almost absurdly generous. And then the other thing is there's no quarter circle motions or half circles or full circles. None.
For the auto
Zero.
combos.
No, for like specials.
For the whole
like
game?
That, for every character I've seen so far, all 6 in the beta.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. So how you do special, like you see I'm using that Star-Lord, that fireball gun.
Yeah.
Star-Lord has a mechanic where he can switch to 4 different types of guns. And to do that, you press, I believe it is a direction. So you hold back, forward, down, up.
Yep.
And then R1.
Okay.
And then to use that special, you just press R1.
All right. Huh.
Same thing with supers. Like if you want to do one of your supers, you don't press any direction. You just press triangle, circle, and R2 at the same time.
Okay. All right. I'm into this.
Yeah. So they made it super easy. Like they have basically taken motion inputs, like standard motion inputs. You still have to, back, forward, down, etc.
Yeah.
Into the out of the equation. Like you don't have to do the Dragon Ball Fighters thing of quarter circle, half circle, full circle,
right,
etc. It is just, or you don't have to worry about DP inputs.
Yeah.
Down, forward, down, forward. Like it is just nope. It is just like, for example, if you as for the count, same thing with the counter. Like the counter is back and X and square at the same time. Grab is just pressing triangle and circle at the same time.
I like this.
Grabs, yeah, like this is, in my opinion, the friendliest possible control scheme. Like it's a more complicated game than Smash Brothers, but it is on the level of Smash Brothers. As far as like ease of use goes.
Right.
The game does not have infinites or loops like Dragon Ball Fighters or Marvel.
That I'm all right with that.
That's bullshit.
I'm all right with that.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Is what that is.
I like watching people go into infinites. That's fun to watch. I ain't playing that game, but that's fun to watch.
One of the best parts of watching that Marvel 2 at EVO is the crowd yelling A to the timing of infinites and loops.
Yep.
Just the entire crowd during the Iron Man Infinite. A. Fucking so good.
Ridiculous.
So I think it's obviously going to need good teaching tools. Like that's my big concern. But I think other than the fact that it needs Tekken or Street Fighter level teaching tools. But I think in terms of what it's doing as far as actually a new person jumping in, it's a lot easier because you don't have to learn motion inputs. You don't have to learn quarter circle, half circle, etc. And I think that there's macros, so you don't even need to press literally it's R1 if I want to fire Star-Lord's gun. It's R2 if I want. It's repeatedly pressing R2 if I want to use his pistols.
Right.
They even made it so you don't have to double tap to dash, for fuck's sake.
Oh.
If you want to do a forward dash, you press L1.
Oh, they make it a button. Yep. All right.
Yeah. So I mean, you can still do it the old way.
Okay, that's good.
But if you say yes, so I want to say that you can still do that, the dashes and whatnot, the old way. But if you have trouble with double tapping the dash, there you go. There is a Dragon Ball Fighters knock up mechanic. So if someone jumps at you or air dashes at you, you can press down heavy and get a free air combo out of it.
Okay.
Certain characters can fly and have 8-way dash. Like Iron Man has 8-way dash.
All right.
And can be a menace in the air with mix-ups and whatnot.
Makes sense.
Iron Man's damage is stupid. It's so good.
All right.
It's so super good. In my opinion, the best character for new players is going to be Miss Marvel.
Oh, all right.
Kamala Khan.
Cool.
It's just because her normals are so good.
All right.
Like her buttons are spectacular. I feel like Doctor Doom is going to be the hardest one for new players because he's like a zoner, basically. And this is first impressions. All of this could be wrong. I have to play this for 6 hours yesterday.
Right.
So this is just my first impression of all of this. Please do not get too
Was the beta
insane
1 day
if I
thing?
end up being. It was it was Friday, Saturday, and this morning, but it was only from 3 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Oh, damn. All right.
So last night I capped out around 11 at night, and I was like, I'm probably not gonna get to play any more of this.
Yeah, no.
I ended on this match that we've been looping. Unfortunately, I did not capture much footage of it beyond this.
You know.
So game looks amazing. Like, it looks absolutely
I love
incredible.
looking at it. This art style is fantastic.
Doctor Doom's kind of a zoner. Captain America's Rushdown, and he's amazing at it.
Okay.
He can zone. Like, if you find it, run into a Captain America who's good with his shield and good, like, he can zone you out and then rush on in and just. He was a lot of fun.
All right,
he was a lot of fun.
Cap's probably gonna be one of my 4 for sure.
I'm definitely gonna have Star-Lord on my team even just after playing this beta because he has such a good mix, dude.
Okay.
High, low. Where am I going? Also, he can do resets. He has a grenade that if you land the attack, it stuns them in place, and you can get a free combo off.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
Not bad.
Yeah.
But as you're seeing combos happen, I'm sure you're seeing that little meter. If you get that to full, see below the hits. If that goes all the way up into the red, you'll eventually get knocked out of it. So infinites can't happen. And you can, however, do resets. So if you're really good at reading your opponent, you can just stand up and reset people over and over and over.
Right. And
I had a match with Star-Lord when I did that somewhat.
Okay. Did you check out Storm? How's Storm?
Storm's great. Really fast, super fast, lots of good offense. Obviously a good air game.
Yep.
She's fun.
Cool.
There has been a complaint that all the characters kind of feel a little similar.
Ooh.
I don't necessarily agree because they all have their own like Guilty Gear style mechanic.
I see.
That they have to manage. I think that people are just it is a 3-day beta that has limited time frames within it.
Right.
So that was kind of a controversy of the beta over the weekend of people were just like, oh, why is this so short? Why is this so, it's like, why are there such limited time frames?
Yeah.
But let's see who else did I get to get. Who else was in the beta? Oh my god, I'm forgetting the last character. Storm, Star-Lord.
Someone else?
Kamal Khan.
Not seeing him.
It's 6 characters.
6 characters. We did them all, I think.
Okay, yeah. So, my favorite was Star-Lord, probably followed by Iron Man, and then Cap and Storm are tied, and then
any more characters?
Yes, I want to try Spider-Man so badly.
Yeah.
I want to try. I want to try the whole roster so badly.
Of course.
Assists feel like they come out kind of slow.
Okay.
And they really mainly feel like combo extenders more than anything. That's kind of what they feel like they're for. Like it doesn't feel like Dragon Ball Fighters where you're gonna have like defensive ones, at least from what I've seen.
Okay. I was talking with a friend who was saying the assist system in this game is weird.
It is very weird because you have to earn all of your assists.
Man.
Because you get your assists by you've seen that wall transition. That's how you get your assists.
Okay.
So every time you get one of those wall transitions, like this guy's about to do here, you earn one of your assists.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Arxis really loves those wall breaks. Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball, there's like, what if we take this fight to another spot?
It's awesome.
It is really cool.
It's really cool. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. So I think there's that. I do think that I just want to know more.
Well,
I want to see the training modes. Like I want to see what the actual combo system is like when it's a little more broken down.
Yeah.
Because all you can do is play matches against other people. Like everyone is in matches scrambling, trying to figure out combos in mid matches.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a blast though. Like I cannot wait to play more of this damn game.
Yeah.
And I'm also excited to see more of the roster.
Right. I want that roster to expand. We got plenty of characters to pull from. Let's do it.
Yeah, like so far they have only showed 8 characters so far.
Yep.
They showed the 6 from the beta and then Spider-Man and Ghost Rider.
Yep.
Which fuck yeah, I want to play Spider-Man, but
right.
Ghost Rider I'm not really interested in. I've never been a Ghost Rider guy, but
sure.
It
is what it is.
But yeah, style-wise, the game looks great. Music is awesome, dude.
Yeah, I've been
the
listening
music
to it.
is so good.
That's awesome. Yeah, this game seems really cool.
Yeah, man, I'm just the wait for this is gonna be too long. It's gonna be too long.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not necessarily true. It could come out early next year. The Dragon Ball Fighters had a similar beta with only slightly more characters in September, and the game came out the end of January.
Right. Yeah.
So,
White Doctor Doom keeps coming in. I'm like, Moon Knight's in this? Every time.
I hope they do.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, every character has their own little gimmick. I think that's going to be what adds the variety. I think that there is this like group of people in the FGC. It's like the same people who are like Guilty Gear Strive doesn't feel like they want old Guilty Gear to come back.
Right.
They basically want these games to be incomprehensible to someone who hasn't been playing them for 20 years.
Right.
Is the impression I get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hard balance. I think there's a place for new games that are accessible to people, and I think there's a place for here are the hardcore people that have been going in this games for them. I think a game like this is completely this is for people who aren't necessarily getting into fighting games, but they love Marvel. And here's a mad amount of style coming from people who know definitively how to make a fighting game.
And I think it could be a lot of people's bridge into the FGC.
Exactly.
Very similar to Dragon Ball Fighters. Like Dragon Ball Fighters created a lot of FGC people. Like a lot.
In that generation, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that this could be that.
Absolutely.
I did forget to mention something. Ms. Marvel is kind of unique. She cannot air dash.
Oh. Huh.
But she can hit you from almost anywhere on the screen without it.
This character, this game's Dulcime. So.
Yes, So no, I'm a. They got me as a believer at this point.
This is cool. I wish I got a chance to check it out, but
I was a little disappointed by the fact that it didn't play like Dragon Ball Fighters or really even close.
Well,
outside of a couple of mechanics.
Trying to be its own thing.
They did recently. Namco announced like yeah, there's gonna be news related to Dragon Ball FighterZ at the Dragon Ball Battle Hour this year, and I'm like, don't give me hope, you sons of bitches.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So
I know.
it's gonna probably just be like, oh yeah, we're putting the Switch 2 version.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's like, great. All right.
What's gonna happen? Yeah.
Like, cool, thanks guys. But what you could do is once Arxis is done with this, which will probably be soon, it's coming out next year, early next year. Like, all right, once you're done with this, I'm just saying, get Arxis, get on some Dragon Ball Fighters 2. There are some characters you haven't done yet. Where's Raditz? Where's Mercenary Tao? Where's Zarbon? Where's
We've had this conversation. It's just like, I don't know, putting all development effort on another Dragon Ball game where it's like, all right, here's the Cell games map again. All right, here's 5 forms of Goku again. It's like they should have just kept supporting that game.
Yeah. Like, look, there are some things you can do to make Dragon Ball FighterZ better. You make the single player more enjoyable. You can go in, add some better teaching tools and replay tools. Add some more characters, and then make it a little prettier for more modern hardware, and then there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
I don't think you need a 2. I don't think you need a 2. I think you need like an Overwatch 2. It's like, that's the game. We did some stuff to it. We're not gonna call it 2 because that'd be ridiculous. But
Dragon Ball FighterZ Super. There you go.
Super Dragon Ball FighterZ. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
That'd be a good way to do it. Anyway, this game looks cool. I want to see more characters in this style and how they fight.
Oh, I know. They all look so good.
It looks
like
good.
That fucking Iron Man suit, dude.
I don't like Spider-Man's white biceps. The white bits are weird to me, but otherwise, I want to see how Spider-Man plays for sure.
All I know is he has a spot dodge and it looks awesome.
So yeah. All right, and then you didn't play anything else?
No, that was it. The rest of the week was spent on a video or a bunch of games you've already heard me talk about.
Yep. All right. Well, that was fantastic. I played No Man's Sky real quick.
Why? Yeah, I saw you playing that. Like, why? What's going on
So they
there?
have a new update. It's called the Voyager update, and you...
Oh, Star Trek.
No, so it's... Well, I mean, it's space travel. But what you can do now is you can build your own ship that has an interior you can walk around in. And so you can invite your friend group on, and everyone can be hanging out inside while you fly around. There's an autopilot system. And you can just, all right, I'm going to this next spot, set it on autopilot, and then you're hanging out. And the inside you can find stuff. And it's super cool. And people have made all sorts of stuff. Star Destroyers, TARDIS. You can make a TARDIS and fly a TARDIS around.
Okay, that one might have sold me with that one.
You should look at some of the ships that are made with Voyager. Like, it's actually really cool what you can do with it. You gotta get into it. You gotta play the No Man's Sky game. There's like a creative version, I swear. I haven't played it, but that might help with gathering resources and money.
No, I'm seeing it now.
It's nuts.
This is. I imagine someone made the Millennium Falcon.
Yes,
they had to have, right?
Immediately.
That is the 2 default spaceships in my mind because of growing up with Star Wars are the X-wing and the Millennium Falcon. So
yes, no, straight up. It's just the Millennium Falcon. They did it. That's it right there. So like.
Yeah, all right. I'm here for it.
And yeah, so that if you have the resources and you put the time in, you can do it. Now I have a save file on normal No Man's Sky, so I want to preserve that, which means I now need to work the game to earn the money, go get the materials, make it all happen. There's a way to do it. It's not the most, it's not MMO grinding to get it all done, but it does take some time. And but yes, you can make these crazy ships, and I've started doing it. And so I've made the very bare minimum, and now I need to get all the materials to start building on my ship. And then I took the opportunity. I went into VR. I hooked my VR headset up, and it ran poorly most of the time. I had to set the settings down to medium.
All right.
But once I set it down to medium, it mostly ran well, which was super damn cool when I flew out into space. And then in the Corvette ship, you can open the back hatch and just be out to space, and you can float around in space if you're a maniac. And so I went in my VR headset and I stood directly on the edge and looked out and like looking at all the planets. And then closed it up, went back to pilot in my ship, and it's like, this is cool as hell. This is a good time. So that's another game where it's just, I think for me, a lot of the fun is getting to hang with friends. We're all hanging out, flying around in space together. And now with Corvette ships, we can all just kind of walk onto each other's ships and hang out. So that just got added, and they'll be expanding on that as time goes on. There's a ridiculous amount of stuff that they've added to No Man's Sky over the years.
Yeah, that game was getting worked on. Like, that game came out in 2016, and I cannot believe just how often it's still getting updates. It's still getting supported. It's still and it's still just in the zeitgeist. Like, people are still talking about it.
And it's free. Like all the updates.
Yeah, the base game is $60 though. It's on sale all the time.
Exactly.
It is actually like, so my memories of that game are like, I played it at launch. We did our review. We did our recording of it at the old place. And there was nothing to do in the game really, and it was like a boring wasteland everywhere.
Yeah.
And then, like, you see where it is now, and you're like, God damn! All right. And then it's Steam Deck verified, which helps. I don't know. I'm probably gonna wait for a deep discount Steam sale, like more than the 60% that's already at. Like, it's one of those games that's like, I don't know, dude. I got a lot to play. I'm in the middle of Death Stranding too. I'm in the middle of a bunch of stuff.
This is a like, there's a story to follow, but it's not like the reason you're getting into No Man's Sky. And it's like, it's very much I need to relax and zone out. So
it could be,
if you have time, if you want time for that, I think there are a number of games that do that. But this is one of them. And I think there's so much you can do. You can watch over settlements, like help govern a settlement. You can just get into trading. You can get into exploring and discovering, and there's a lot going on. And I think it's a cool game. So,
yeah, fair enough.
Then Emily, you didn't play anything?
No.
All right.
Recovering from PAX, so
that's right. Yeah.
I did forget to ask Emily, at PAX, did you happen to get to see that Elden Ring Switch edition?
I did get to see it. I didn't play it, but I did see it.
So I heard that it was fixed. Like, I heard
it did look a lot smoother. I will say that.
Okay, that's good to hear. So from what everyone keeps telling me is, like, there'll be these Switch games in like pre-production, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or they'll be in like pre-release, and they'll get shown at a trade show or preview, and like, this looks rough technically, and then the last month or two it comes together and it's fine.
Yeah. So like, this looked a lot smoother than what people have been telling us from Gamescom and all that. It does look like it runs at least 30 frames. So
yeah, well, yeah. So that's why the issue I heard, it was dipping down to like 15, like basically unplayable. So that's great news.
The bit that I saw, there was a little bit of combat in there. So
good. That's the one place in that game where you want the frame rate to be perfect.
Right.
It's like the fighting. So
cool.
All right.
So there is good news on the Elden Ring front. So for all you nerds, you're okay.
Oh yeah. Good. Good. All right.
I did see a little bit of Hades 2.
All right.
Yeah, you can play that now. That's on.
You sure can.
That's on early access on Steam.
Yes, it is. But I did see it on Switch, and that looks real pretty.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's a fantastic art.
Yeah, like it looks just as pretty as we saw the announcement. Like I was just like, oh.
Yep, love looking at that game.
Kirby Air Riders looks fun. I didn't get to play that because I was part of a World Pass that you had to do a lottery on, and I didn't get it. So I was just like, fuck it.
Yeah, that's a game that I really, really want. Like, I really want Kirby Air Riders. I liked the first one a lot on GameCube.
This looks real fun, so...
I am so happy that arcade and part racing has come back.
Yeah.
We got that. It's great.
Yeah, we got 4 of these this year. 5 Tokyo Extreme Racer is an arcade racer.
That's right.
Tokyo Extreme Racer, Fast Fusion, Sonic Cross Worlds, Mario Kart, and now Kirby Air Riders.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dog.
Good.
It's great.
Happy.
Great year for this.
Oh, Lord. Very good. All right. Then I think we can call this a show. Thank you for everyone for joining us. We'll be uploading this episode up onto the podcast channel for YouTube, which I imagine many are watching over there right now. And be sure to like and subscribe. Help us out. We're trying to grow that channel since we moved it off the main channel. Be sure to check out the main channel. That's where we got our newest video talking about Xbox. Then trying to remember all the stuff we do. All right, we got a Discord. You should join us to talk about video games and other things over there. We have social media accounts, so be sure to reach out to us. If you want to reach out to us, Discord's the best way, but we are also on social media checking all that, so check that out. Listen to us on your favorite podcast app. Watch us on YouTube, all that fun stuff. We're talking video games non-stop. Video games don't stop, so neither do we.
Exactly.
All right. We're getting out of here. We're going to go play video games. So, bye.
Bye, y'all.